Hi, I'm Ali. Thanks for joining this Moving Mountains yoga practice. In this practice, we'll be working on opening up the neck and the shoulders. You will need one block and maybe a blanket or a towel to sit onto. So come to a comfortable seated position. You can have your shins crossed right at the center. You can have your feet a bit wider, and then maybe just elevate your seat up onto something so that your knees are underneath your hips. Rest your hands down onto your thighs, just close your eyes here, and then really feel that your seat is nice and heavy into the mat, and then grow through the crown of the head. Spread the collarbones nice and wide, and then again, just drop the shoulders away from the ears as you grow through the crown of the head. Just notice how the neck and the shoulders feel. Notice how the breath is. And you'll just start to take an easy breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. And again, easy breath in through the nose and then exhale out through the mouth. Take that once more. Easy breath in, pause at the top of the inhale, and then exhale, releasing all the breath out. Gently open your eyes and then interlace your fingers behind your lower back. Take both of your hands towards that right hip and then grow through the crown of the head. Take your right ear towards your right shoulder. So you're opening up through the left side of the neck. And imagine that you can actually breathe into the left side of the neck. So breathing wide, opening up the space here. Take one more big cycle of breath. And then come through center with the head. Take the hands through center and now take them over towards the back of that left hip. Draw now your left ear towards your left shoulder and then breathe into the right side. So from the right ear to the top of the right shoulder, you're breathing. Take another breath in and then another breath out. Come back through center with the head. Bring your arms out now into the shape of a cactus, nice and wide. And then breathe into the front of the chest, but also breathing into the upper back. Take your right elbow on top of your left elbow. Double wrap your arms. Let your hands come to press against one another. If this is not available to you, you'll just take a bear hug here, where you hold onto opposite shoulder blade. Wherever you are, on the inhale, start to reach your arms up towards the sky. And then exhale, just rounding in towards your chest. And again, inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, you're rounding. Take that once more. Inhale, come up. And then exhale, you're rounding. Keep the arms in this interlace, but just draw the forearms back in line with your gaze. Take both forearms over towards the right side, and now take your left ear towards your left shoulder. So again, breathe into the right side of the neck now. Draw the forearms slightly forward. Take one more breath. And then coming back through center, take the arms back out into that cactus shape. Breathe wide into the front of the chest, into the upper back. And now place your left elbow on top of the right elbow. Double wrap the arms, or you're taking your bear hug. Press the hands into one another if you're here. On the inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. And then exhale, you're rounding into the upper back. And again, inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, you're rounding. Take that once more. Inhale, reach up, look up. And then exhale, round. Come back up through center. This time take your forearms over towards the left-hand side. Draw your right ear towards your right shoulder. Breathe into the left side of the neck, maybe taking the forearms further out in front of you. And if you're in your bear hug, you can just do the exact same action here of drawing the ear to the shoulder. Take another breath in and then another breath out, and then come back through center. Last time, take the arms out into the shape of a cactus and then releasing the hands down. Take your prop to one side and then come to your hands and knees into your tabletop position. Spreading the fingers nice and wide here. We're just going to work into some shoulder blade push-ups. So you're going to drop the spine down, move the shoulder blades towards one another, and then draw the spine up, move the shoulder blades away. So just keep moving like this a few times here. Sinking the shoulder blades towards one another and then drawing them away. You're just moving on the breath. And then the next time that the spine is dipped and the shoulder blades are drawing towards one another, just close your eyes here and breathe. Press the tops of the feet down. And now press your hands into the mat, draw the shoulder blades away from one another, and then breathe in here. Come back into your neutral spine now. Walk your fingertips out in front of you. Keep your knees underneath your hips, and then drop your forehead down to the mat. Drop your elbows down to the mat. Make a prayer with your hands, and then take the prayer behind your head, so the thumbs are to the base of your neck. Walk your left elbow further out in front of you. Walk the right elbow further out in front of you. And then you won't move the elbows, but imagine you're trying to drag them back towards your knees here. So you'll feel this opening through the triceps, the armpits, the sides of the waist. Keep pressing the tops of the toes down. Let your breath move into the rib cage. Take one more cycle here. And then releasing your hands. Start to walk the hands back in and underneath you. Tuck your toes under now and then sit back onto your heels. Sitting up nice and tall, draw your forearms out in front of you, palms touching one another. On an inhale, reach your forearms up and then open the elbows, and then exhale, you're rounding. And again, inhale, reach up, open the elbows, and then exhale, you're rounding. Take that once more. Inhale, open up, and then exhale, rounding. Come forward to your hands and knees, releasing the tops of the feet, maybe give them a little tap. And then take your left hand underneath your face now. Take your right hand up to the sky, look up at the right wrist, and then thread the right hand behind the left, coming into a twist here. So you take the right side of your face down to the mat, you come onto the left fingertips here, and then feel your seat slightly move back into the right. Press down through the left fingertips and breathe into that left rib cage. Just drop into your breath here. Take one more cycle. And then coming back up through center, reach that right hand up again, look up at the wrist, and then release the right hand down. Second side, right hand under the face, reach the left arm up to the sky, and then thread the left arm behind the right. Come onto the left side of your face, come onto the right fingertips. Feel your seat move towards the back left corner of your mat. And now press the right hand down and then breathe into that right rib cage. Good, just drop into the breath. Take one more cycle here. And then releasing the right hand, reach the left arm up to the sky, look up, and then releasing the left hand down. Tuck your toes under, come into your downward facing dog. Just driving the hands forward and then pressing your thighs back. And then wrap your armpits in towards your chin. Slowly walk your feet forward to your hands. So you're folding over your legs at the top of your mat. Grab onto opposite elbow here and then just sway from side to side. Keep relaxing your head down. Keep lengthening the back of the neck. And then interlace your fingers behind the back of the neck now. Draw your elbows down, belly button to spine. Have a small bend in your knees and just little micro pulses here, up and down, up and down. So you're opening up the whole back line of the body. Keep your arms in this interlace, bend your knees a bit more, draw your belly button to your spine, and then slowly start to roll your way up to standing. Keep the hands in the interlace and then just lean the head back into the cradle of your hands here. And imagine you're trying to draw the forearms up towards the sky. So again, lean the back of the head into the cradle of your hands and then draw the forearms up to the sky. Take another breath here and then release your hands by your side. Take a hold of your strap, or if you don't have a strap, taking a scarf or something that resembles this shape. And then take your arms out nice and wide into the shape of a V. Stand on your 2 feet. And then on the inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. And then on the exhale, take your arms behind you. Try to keep the arms straight as possible. Inhale, reach the arms up. And then exhale, taking the arms back down. And just doing that a few more times here, you'll start to notice that with every repetition, the shoulders will tend to get a bit more open here. Again, really commit to try to keep the arms straight. So especially when the hands are towards the back body, they'll probably want to fold and bend with the elbows, but just keeping the strap quite taut here. Take another cycle. And then when you're ready, you'll just drop your strap to one side. Stand on your 2 feet again. Inhale, reach your arms up and overhead, look up. And then exhale, lengthen and fold over your legs. On the inhale, get nice and long into the spine. Maybe the hands are to the shins. Keep the chest open. Just step back into a downward facing dog. Come forward and then dropping down onto your knees. Come down onto your forearms. Interlace your fingers here. And then again, you're going to do that same action, the little shoulder blade push-ups. So draw the shoulder blades towards one another and then pushing away. And then again, draw them towards one another and move them away from one another. Just do that twice more. And then once more. And then from here, you're just going to walk your feet back and come to lie onto your front. So releasing the interlace of your fingers now. Your wrists and elbows are in line with your shoulders. Index fingers point forward. Press the tops of the feet down. And then drag the forearms back towards you. On an inhale, start to draw your chin towards your chest. And then exhale, look up to the sky. And again, inhale, draw your chin towards your chest. And then exhale, look up to the sky. Just take that once more. Inhaling. And then exhale. This time, take your right forearm on a diagonal across in front of you, and then take your left heel to your left sit bone. Reach back with the left hand, draw the left heel to the sit bone, and then slowly walk your way forward and drop your forehead to that right forearm. You can lift the left knee, lengthen the knee to the back of your mat, and then releasing the knee down. And then just think you're opening up that left collarbone, opening up that left shoulder. Take another breath here. And then switch it out. Left forearm comes across, right heel to sit bone. Reach back with the right hand. Draw the heel to the seat. And then walking the forehead to the forearm. Again, lift that right knee, lengthen the knee to the back of the space, and then release it down. And now just breathing into that right side, opening up that right collarbone. Take another breath in, and then gently releasing through the foot. Come back up onto your forearms now. Take your right forearm about 2 inches to the right side, and then let the elbow be above the armpit. Come onto your left fingertips. Take the right side of your face to the mat, and then you're just going to roll over this right hip and then extend the left leg out behind you. So breathing into this left side. And then really think, breathe into the right side as well as you lift up through that right collarbone. Take one more cycle of breath and then make your way back through center. Come back up onto the forearms. Take the left forearm 2 inches to the side. Have the elbow above the armpit, and then the left side of your face comes to the mat. Come onto the right fingertips and now roll over that left hip. You're extending that right leg out behind you. If you can't feel anything in the upper left corner of the chest, draw the elbow even higher than where it is, so further above that left armpit. And then you're just breathing here. Flood the left lung, flood the right lung. Take one more breath. And then make your way back through center. Bring your hands by your side body. Tuck your toes under and then lift your seat back to your heels for a little moment. And then just come forward onto your hands and knees. Release the feet and then take a hold of one of your blocks here. So take your block to the highest height, and then what you're going to do is that eagle wrap again. So bring the arms out into the shape of a cactus. Take the right elbow on top of the left elbow, and then you're going to Really lean forward a lot and then take the left elbow to the block. So you might need to just move around slightly. And then when you're here, take your throat on top of that right upper arm and close your eyes here. If this is not available to you, just come back into that puppy pose where you had the hands to the base of the neck and your arms and the elbows were pressing down. Good, just close your eyes. Take another breath in, and then coming back through center, just releasing. Bring your arms out nice and wide. Take the left elbow now on top of the right elbow, double wrap the arms, and then you're dropping that right elbow on top of the block here. Take your throat on top of that left upper arm, and then just allowing the chest to sink down here. Allow the throat to be supported by that left upper arm. And then just keep sinking your hips back. Good. Take another breath in. And then another breath out. And then place your block to one side. Take your legs out in front of you. And then cross your shins. Sit up nice and tall. Take your hands to a prayer, thumbs at the center of your chest. Take an easy breath in and then an easy breath out. Namaste.